Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with K-On! Episode number 4 reaction. Okay, the previous episode it was the exams time. It was the midterms exams and Yui did bad. Now obviously if you do your tests bad, if you get failing marks in that, the clubs, like she can't go and participate in the clubs. She has to complete the makeup exams, and before she does that and passes in that, no clubs. So basically like their whole club, like the existence of the K-On! Club was in very it was in a big pinch, because if Yui goes, then the whole club goes down because they won't have enough member. So so yeah, Yui tries to kind of concentrate. Unfortunately she cannot, and then in the end Mio helps her out, and like they have a little study session, and in the end it was successful. It was a little bit too successful because Yui got like 100 marks, and I don't know how that is possible, but somehow she was able to do it. But either way, yeah, the club is fine now. There won't be any more problem. You can continue being in the club, but unfortunately if she forgot all the different chords and everything, but that she can easily learn that back again. At least she is not being like banned from the club because of her test. No more test problem, everything is fine. So let's see what happens today. This is episode number 4. Let us begin. All right, I'll be putting the subtitles on the timer here. Sync it to whichever is a preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. What's going on? Why is there a beach episode in episode number 4? Beach episode happens usually in episode 10 or 12. No, not 10, sorry. 9 or 10, yeah. During that time. This is too fast. Wow. Is this her first time in the sea or something? All right. Okay. I wonder why they're in a beach and like you can't even properly play her guitar. So yeah. Oh boy. I feel like instead of the beach episode, they should probably focus more on Yui's guitar, learning. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Oh, we're back at the school. What is this? Oh, is this the previous clubs? Ah, all right, camp. Oh no, she's struggling with. Oh my god. Yeah. Well, nothing you can do about it. That's a little bit concerning. Oh, what? Ah, Wait, is that why they're in the beach? What? um. Wow, they're not listening. Oh, will they have to like? Ah, there you go. So that's why, and they want to do that. Um, they're not listening. Wow. Um, aren't you supposed to play a oh no. I think you're supposed to, yeah. There you go. Typical scene in the K-On! Club. Yeah, Scream well. Oh, it's already been 10 months, okay. Mama. Ah, okay. How much it'll cost? Yeah, that's true. Like, will the club get budget or something? Oh. Oh, okay. Huh. Wait. All right. Oh, so that's why they're in the big. Okay. Um, you'll be late. Is it today? Is it this day where they're supposed to go? Oh my god. Yo, you're gonna be late. Her bed hair. Crazy. Wow. I think they're like already there waiting for her. Oh wait, she's also she has she also overslept, I think. Oh no, never mind. Ah, there you go. I think this is even the first time she's like in a train. What? Yeah. Oh, she's gonna wake up now. Yep. It's probably in the beach because we saw the first scene. Oh, okay. Yes, it is. Oh. Oh yeah, I also forgot completely that they're supposed to and they're supposed to practice. Wow. Wow, this is a really nice place. Look at this place. Yeah, it's amazing. Obviously, it's Mugi's place. I actually wanted a bigger one. Okay, all right. Ah, this is the smallest. All right. Wow, this is the smallest. Okay. Are, are these like actual fruits or are those? Oh, I thought those were like those imitations. My God. Wow. Oh my God. Wait, is that are those movies pictures? Oh, never mind. Oh wow, nice. Hmm. They're probably on the beach or something. I don't know. Oh. Oh. Well. Ah. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. They're just starting this. They have a long way to go. Oh my God. All right. Wow. Well, yeah. I guess. Well, let's just have fun a little bit then. What's happening? Oh, is she like nervous or something? Yeah. 2 weeks. Oh God. Oh my God. These. What are you going to do with that? Eat it? Oh. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, what's happening? Oh wow. Whoa. All right. Don't fall. Oh my God. What are those? All right. So what about your practice? They all forgot. Mio, I feel like Mio is also forgotten. Ah, she's forgotten. Yeah, Mio, you're forgetting something? Hmm. So they did not no practice today. Wow. Oh my god. Good night. Oh my god. Oh no, she's going to play it, yeah. Yep, she's gonna. I knew that's what she was going to do. Oh! Yeah. Wow. Yeah, no, okay, that's a really bad excuse. It's pretty heavy. You were the one who picked that. Oh boy. Alright, so no practice today. Well, that's my maid cafe. Oh my god. Oh, oh my god. All right, so day one is over. You're gonna practice after this? It's night time. What's happening here? Whoa! Last song. Ah, that's nice. Oh, oh, it's over. Oh my god. Yeah, but you have to practice for that. Yeah. Let's go to Budokan. Hmm. Pinko? That recording. Yeah. And that's impressive. What? What? Wait. Oh my god. Barnacle. Wow. Well, you just, yeah. It's not a ghost. What was that? Wait, what? Wait, she's playing that? Wait, you were struggling with the chords. What's going on here? No. Pull the string when you play a note. Oh, that thing that thing that happens. Oh yeah, this one. What? It's too weird. Wow. Wait, so she's the one who played that? Oh my god. But then, oh, it was on the B side, the other side. Okay, so no practice today. She can play pretty, but what about, why was she struggling with her chords then? Oh yeah, she usually puts her hair like this. Oh. But you guys didn't practice. What are you talking about? Yeah, she did say. Wait, it's over? Did they practice? Oh my god. There's no name. Okay. Okay, what did she write? By light. Okay. All right, so we had a little summer camp. Not enough practice though, but they had fun. So we can see that Yui can play pretty well, but like it was in this episode, wasn't it? Where she was struggling with her chords. She was like, Ritsu was like, "Oh, you don't remember," and she's like, "Haha." And then we see that her playing like that. Like, I don't know. Was she like imitating it or something? Like, I don't know. Anyways, and that's not even like a begin. Like that was pretty advanced. The piece that she played, the guitar solo that she did, it was pretty advanced. It wasn't even beginner material. Like, oh god. So, all right. I think in one of the comments, like someone told me that like Yui is like naturally talented or something. I'm guessing it's probably something like that. Okay. Okay, that's it. So this episode, this was a certain beach episode. I was not expecting a beach episode in episode number 4. Usually it happens at a little later, like in a section. But yeah, we are here. So at first we see them like just playing in the beach, and obviously like like Yui and Ritsu are just having like a blast, like having a great time, while Mio is trying to kind of be like, oh, like don't get too crazy, while Moongi is just smiling and watching over them. So that's how it started, the intro, and then we kind of go back a little bit, and we see why they are in the beach, the reason behind it. So Mio finds out. Mio is snapping pictures, and she finds out one of the card boxes, and inside that was like a what do you call it? It was the cassette tape of the previous Light Music Club, and she finds it out. Now here we see Yui struggling with playing it, and she's kind of hurt her finger. And here, as you can see, Ritsu says, "You really forgot." And Yui says, "My grandma was proud of how I forgot everything else when I learned something new." Okay, now so yeah, there you go. This sentence, this whole scene kind of makes us think that yeah, she's struggling with her stuff, because obviously because of the study that she did before, the whole exam study. So but then later on we see she's the one who played that piece. That's kind of that's impressive, Okay, so while they're having this conversation, Mio comes, and Mio is like, we are going to have a summer camp. All right, why? The reason, because they are going to have like the school festival, and after the school festival they're going to have no, what did they say? Just a minute. Okay, okay, a live concert. Oh no, wait, a little bit before that. The school festival takes place soon after the summer break. Okay, there you go. After the summer break is the school festival. So obviously in the school festival, Mio is like, yeah, all the in the previous Light Music Club did like a performance, and obviously we should also do something like that. Okay, now before she says that, Ritsu and Yui are like, oh my god, it's school festival. What should we do? And they're like, oh, a maid cafe. This is like a maid cafe, and you was like, oh no, a horror, like like a haunted house. And and Mio is like guys, this we're the Gaon Club. We are the Light Music Club. We're supposed to do a performance, not a maid cafe or like a haunted house. Now I feel like even if the whole concert didn't happen, and they didn't start practicing for the concert or anything, if they actually decided to do either the maid cafe or the haunted house, Mio would have definitely scratched out the haunted house out of the list, because she would be extremely scared. She's definitely not going to do that. So I guess the maid cafe, she'll also feel pretty embarrassed to do that. So I feel like she would probably scratch both of them out. Like no maid cafe nor any haunted house. She'd probably go for, I don't know, something else. What else could, I'm not sure. Maybe I don't know. Maybe like a food stall or something. She would probably pick something like that. But still, that's also customer. I guess she can cook. Like she can cook behind. Yeah, like then she doesn't have to come in front of anyone, because her problem is she gets nervous in front of strangers. So and the job that they do in the background, for example cooking or stuff like that, and she can probably do that. So that would probably be her choice if they did not decide to go for the concert. She would have probably done something like that. So both the maid cafe and the what's it called, the haunted house would probably be scratched off. but either way they are the K-On club, so they like, Mio's like, no, we are going to do a concert. And like they were like, like Ritsu was kind of getting a bit too overexcited about the whole maid cafe and the haunted house. And Mio hits her. Now, okay, after that we see that Mugi comes in, and Mugi's like, oh, what's going on here? And Mio starts talking about the summer camp, and she's like, like we don't have much time, so like within this summer break we have to do something, so we actually need like a place to do this. Now obviously, since they need a place, that would cost money. Like obviously they cannot do it for free. Now I'm still not sure, like shouldn't they get like a club budget? Like I don't know, like they're an official club, they should get something. So but I don't know why they were thinking. I guess they maybe they'll get it later on or something. Like I was gonna say, why are they like not thinking about cost? Because if like the club budget could have handled it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether they're getting a club budget or not, but they should, because they're an official club now. Anyways, okay, so they're like, Mugi, do you have any kind of vacation homes or something like that? And she's like, yeah, we have one. And they're like, ah, yeah, like should have guessed. Now after that we go to the next scene where we see Yui sleeping, and like Nodoka, not Nodoka, what's her name, Ui, yeah, Ui coming and waking her up, and later on, little by little, realizing that, oh, my sister is probably supposed to go today, because all her bags are packed. Yui wakes up, the phone rings, and Yui's like, what time is it? Am I late? But yeah, anyways, she was not too late, I guess. They board the train, and I feel like this is probably also the first time that Mugi is like going on a train as well, because I feel like for her it would probably be like, I don't know, like maybe like an airplane or something. Like to go from one place to another, she would probably go like that. I don't see her like commuting on a public train. I don't think so. Or maybe like a very like very luxurious train or something like that she would take. So like I'm guessing this is also like a new experience for her, like going with her friends to a trip. Now we can see, obviously, one thing I'm kind of what can I say, I'm kind of surprised about is that like obviously we can see that Mugi is like, obviously Mugi is very rich, but not only that, she's quite sheltered as well. So I'm kind of surprised that her parents are actually allowing this, like like this is like all new to her. So her parents are like, she's like, oh, like one day they're like going to like somewhere else, like usually like I don't know, like it's probably like like all the different anime that I watch, usually people like who are quite well off, like they're like rich, they have like personal butlers and stuff. They're usually kept extremely sheltered, and they don't know anything about like stuff. And what they like what happens is, like when they try to interact with the outside world and like have fun with friends, obviously their parents are like like they kind of be like, oh no, you like you shouldn't do this because you're not accustomed to this. And they either do that, or they like let someone else go with them, because like these like people, they don't know how to like like how to, what can I say, like like interact like a normal common people, like like from the like people from the middle class, they don't know how to do stuff in that manner. That's why they always like like some butler follows them or something like that happens. Like all the animes that I've watched, something like that happens. So I'm quite surprised that Mugi's like like here, for example, in this episode, Mugi's like, okay, let's go then. And like like she goes on a train with her friends, and I'm quite surprised that her like no one's like actually obstructing her, like, oh no, like we'll, like no need to go on a train, we'll do something or something like that, like I don't know if I'm able to properly explain it, but I think it is kind of interesting to see that, like, yeah, she's given the freedom, yeah, that's the word, she's given the freedom to like do things her way. even when like, and even though she has actually been sheltered up until now. So that's kind of surprising, I have to say. But either way, she is here and she's kind of asleep. Well, like, because she's probably excited as well. Now, Risu snaps a picture and she wakes up. And yeah, so now they're on their way. They come like, like across like a bridge. They're going across a bridge, and there is the sea or the ocean. And yeah, it looks amazing. You know, like they open the windows. It's like the wind is coming inside, and it's like a beautiful place. You know, like it's with the blue water, the blue sky, and everything. It's really great, and they're like, wow, this is amazing. And even like, you know, Mio is having like a like, you know, like it's liking this, we can see. So yeah, now they reach the house, the vacation house. And Mugi is like, oh, I'm sorry, this was the smallest one we could get. I thought we should at least get another one which is a little bit bigger, but unfortunately that couldn't happen. And they're like, oh, this is the smallest. Okay, yeah. Now it's a huge, like, I mean, it's a huge house, and there's like inside there's like this living room thing with like, you know, fruits already. And my god, like, you know, not only that, like inside the refrigerator there's like some nice, like, you know, like some food and everything, like, you know, the whole thing, the meat and all. And yeah, the place is amazing. Now Mugi and Mio goes to that room. I don't know what those rooms are called, like those I guess the place where they're going to, like, you know, play the instruments, the music room, or that room, you know. They go, and Mio's like, wow, this is amazing, yeah, this will do. And she, you know, like switches on the recording. Mugi's like, what is this? And she talks about how this is like from the Light Music Club, the previous one. And she says how that they're really good. So can we do this? They're this good, and they, like, you know, being this good would probably be the only way we can go to the Budokan. Will we be this good, you know, someday? And at first Mugi's like, yeah, definitely we can. And then as soon as they say that, she says that, in comes Ritsu and Yui. And they're like, oh, let's play, like they're all in swimsuits. They're like, let's play, let's go, like, you know, like in the beach is waiting for us. And Mio's like, yeah, like, you know, I don't know, I'm having my doubts. But Mugi's like, all right, let's go. Like, let's have, like, we're here, let's have some fun for a moment. And they leave, and Mio for a moment kind of gets conflicted, but then she's like, all right, don't leave me, I'm coming too. Now next we see they're on the beach having some fun, like, you know, like Ritsu and Mio, not Mio, sorry, Yui, are making their own, like, you know, little play. They're acting as if they have been stranded on a beach. Yui comes in, and yeah, oh boy. And yeah, they're like, you know, like Mugi's making a sand castle, a very precise and a very, like, you know, like nicely made sand castle. Mio gets PTSD from those, like, I guess those are called barnacles, yeah. And I think like what is it called, like, you know, like when she touches the, it's like, you know, the holes and everything. What is it called? Is it called trypophobia? Like this, I feel like there's like a phobia called that, a phobia of holes or something. Wait a minute, something like that, I think it's called trypophobia, is it? Yeah, trypophobia, extreme or irritational aversion or fear to clusters of small holes or bumps. Like whenever like there's stuff like that, like, you know, there's like a phobia of, I've seen, like, you know, like a few people have this where they're like, oh my god, holes, I don't like it, like that. I don't have any problem with holes like that. It does feel like seem a little weird with, you know, like there's like a surface area with like a lot of holes. It kind of seems weird, but I don't have a problem with it, so I guess I don't have trypophobia. But I've seen people have this, like, thing where they don't like this type of thing. So maybe she has something like that. That's why she's getting, like, PTSD, like, shocked like that. Or maybe she just hates these type of things. Anyways, um so, and yeah, they're like having a nice time. Then it's like almost like the evening or something, like the the sun is setting. Mio we see Mio come with a watermelon. She's like, oh, like, we're just getting started. And then she realizes, wait a minute, I think we're supposed to do something else. What are we doing here? We were supposed to practice. Okay, now yeah, they come to a realization. Now Ritsu's like, oh, you're the one who forgot, you're the one who got extremely excited about this whole thing. And like, yeah. But then, now I thought, like, after that they were probably going to go back and start practicing. No, they had their dinner, I think. Yeah. And Ritsu and Mio are just almost falling asleep. Not Mio, sorry, Ritsu and Yui are almost falling asleep. Now Mio and Mio's like, guys, like, wake up, like, we're supposed to practice. I love the fact that Mio, like, attempts to wake them up by, like, like strumming the guitar, not guitar, the bass. And with the system, the sound system, it's extremely loud. And Mio thought they would probably wake up at this. They don't. They're actually that sleepy that even in that situation they're like, kind of like, just crawls like more closer, and that's it. And somehow they're able to make them stand up and at least play something, but they're sleepy. And Ritsu's like, Mio, like, please, not today, like, I cannot, I'm feeling sleepy. Okay, so all right, Mio says like, oh, Ritsu, have you gained weight? Oh god. And Ritsu's like, now I love the logic. She says like, oh, like, if you play the drum, like, you can probably get off a little bit of calories. I don't think I don't think that's possible, is it? Like, I guess you are kind of expanding energy, like, like, you're drumming, and drumming does need a lot of, I feel like, strength and energy. But still, can it help you reduce weight? I don't think so. No, I doubt that. Like, it can probably, like, give you muscle. It can, like, it can probably, like, build up your arm muscles or something. You're like hitting stuff, But reducing weight, I don't think so. Anyways, I don't know. Like, I'm not so sure about this. But either way, like, Mio kind of, like, tricked him and tricked her into, like, thinking like, oh, let's practice. But Yui is like, oh, I cannot do it. This guitar is too heavy. Oh boy. And yeah. Now, yeah, they again just go to the floor and just laying down. And Ritsu and Yui. Yui's like, oh, this part is getting warm. Let's move a little bit, start rolling around. Goes to the other side, and they're like, ah, this place is cool. And this is happening. Just like, like, this is going on. Now after that, suddenly, oh, Mio's like, we're supposed to practice. Like, we'll have the whole concert later on. And Ritsu's like, that's why I told. No concert, let's go with the maid cafe. And then Mio's Yui's like, no, a haunted house. And then Ritsu is like, why I'm talking about maid cafe? There's a reason behind it. Like, Yui, just imagine this. Like, Mio in a maid costume. Like, like, how will it look like? And Yui's like, wait a minute. Oh yeah, you're right. She's also kind of like, like, getting like, understanding what Ritsu's trying to say. And and yeah, and like, she's kind of joking around, and Mio gets too embarrassed and just hits her in the head again. So yeah. Now later on, again, we see they're just outside, like, Mio's just eating watermelon, and Mio's like, after this we're going to do a little bit of practice. And then we see they start the fireworks, like, those fireworks go off behind, and Yui's kind of like, strumming the guitar. And yeah, and Mio's seeing this, and Mio's like, wow, this is amazing. And I feel like it kind of made her feel like, oh, maybe it is possible, like, maybe someday we will be on stage like this, and behind us, like, like everything, like fireworks like this are going to, like that. It happens in, I think, like concerts and stuff, like in the end almost, when the final, like, song or something, and the fireworks, the fireworks, or those, like, crackers, they go off behind you, and it's like, it's a really beautiful, something like that. I think she was probably envisioning that, and she was probably thinking about Budokan at that moment, and thinking that, oh, maybe someday, you know this will be true. We will actually reach a, like, like a place when this will actually become a reality. And and after that, they're like, oh, we'll be in Budokan. No, I think Risu said, yeah, Risu's like, oh, we'll go to Budokan, and Yu's like, Budokan, like, and Risu's like, don't you remember, we promised we'll go to Budokan. And yeah, they're just having a nice time. So Mio brings out the tape, and the cassette tape, and plays it, and she's like, oh, look at this, like, listen to this is amazing, like, this is how we should play if you're able to, or even better than this we should play if you're supposed to go to the Budokan. And she starts playing, and here we see in the end, that was Yui, wasn't it? Like, someone's like, oh, I've been waiting for you for the destined club, and starts screaming, and obviously Mio gets shocked, like, starts crying, and they're like, oh, so you actually put the other side, the other side of the cassette tape, and that's what's happening. That's why it's like something different now. Then, like, there's a little section when Ritsu kind of scares Mio by talking about the barnacles again, and Mio is like, starts crying and everything. And like the whole, like, the moe, the gap moe and everything, like, gets to them. And yeah, that happens. Then after that, we see Yui is like, wait a minute, that song. Yeah, and then she starts playing the song. Wait, so I don't understand one thing. That was the previous K-On!, like, like the light music clubs cassette tape, wasn't it? How does that have Yui's recording on? That was Yui. Did Yui record that? I think so. Yeah, and that's what she shows later on in the end. She plays the guitar, and she's like, oh, look at this, and she plays the same piece, and they're like, oh, so it was you actually. How did that cassette tape have Yui's playing in it? I don't understand. Did she record it later on? I'm so confused. I don't understand this part. Like, they say, like, she played the other side, like the other side of the cassette tape. So did she record the, like, oh, maybe like, it only had the recording on one side, or the, the Budokan, not Budokan, but the previous light music club's recording it had, and later on she recorded the, I don't know. Wait a minute, you know what, let me check, just a minute. Like, this part is a little bit confusing me. Like, why is Yu's recording on that? It is Yu's recording, isn't it? You know what, let me check. I think I should get an answer over here, just a minute. Okay, after eventually getting some practice done in the evening, Mio is awed by the sight of Yui playing guitar in front of some fireworks, and confesses to the others she wants to go to them, as good as the light old music club, playing the cassette tape for them. However, when the tape flips to the backside, Mio is horrified by the shrieking intro of a vocalist in the old club. Oh, never mind. Okay, so no, it was it was someone else. Okay, all right. Yeah, this part was confusing me a little bit, like, because I thought, like, Like, then why was Yui acting that surprised? She was acting like that. And here in this scene, later on, when okay, so yeah, like this scene where like Mio is like scared by that whole barnacle story, and Ritsu's apologizing to her. Mugi says, Yui-chan, was that song really? And like she stops talking there. Yui says, oh, watch, and she plays it. Why did Mugi say that? Like I thought that because Mugi said that, I thought like, oh, maybe it was actually Yui who did that. Yui is the one who recorded that section. But it makes sense. It was not Yui. Like it was the previous Light Music Club. They're the ones who recorded that, and that scream in the end was like that thing, that little thing was probably them recruiting for members or something like that. So that's probably what happened, and you basically just copied that. Like you like, oh, like watch me play this, and she plays it, and everyone's like, oh my god, what the hell. So she cannot, oh my god, so she cannot, doesn't even know her chords, but she can play the guitar. Like she can like or like copy some other like guitar piece that someone's playing. She can copy that. She has a Sharingan. What the hell? Yo, Yui. Oh my god. Just so that's what she did. She heard the song and she knew how to play it. That's some insane talent if that's what's going on here. My god. And then she's like, oh, I don't understand that Myeon part, that thing. And here like Mio's like, oh, so that one, like let me show you, it's called choking. And she shows her that, oh, you do it like this, and the sound happens, and he's like, oh, let me do it. And she starts laughing. She's like, oh, this is kind of funny, isn't it? This section. And yeah, now after that we see they are in the hot what was it called, the hot springs. Yeah, was that the hot springs, or was it, oh, it was, no, never mind, it's not hot springs, it's just warm water. They're in the swimming pool, and here they're again kind of like talking about the whole thing. Ritsu's like as always joking around, Yui is just relaxing, and here Mio again kind of teaches her a little bit more about the whole like that thing, that choking thing that she did. And so after that, Yui is like, oh, like I, you know what, Mio, like it is really fun, music, playing music with your friends, and I'm glad that you like you invited us in this summer camp. And Mio starts blushing, and this starts teasing her. So there you go, that was that. And I'm pretty sure they probably practiced after that or something like that happened. So that they just didn't show us on camera. And after that they are back at their houses, and Ritsu's here in Mio's house, and she has brought the pictures. And here we see one of Mio's pictures where she's like hugging the the pillow. Mio grabs Ritsu by the throat, not throat but her collar, and she's like, give me the negatives. And Yui's like, oh, it's not there's no negative, it's a digital camera. And later on in the end we see Mio writing like the whole let's go to the Budokan, and in the end she wrote like by the Light Music Club. You know what, this is kind of interesting, like you can understand how old, like it's not that old, this show, it came out I think in 2010 or something, but you can like realize like this was like 10 years ago. When you see them talking about negatives of like the camera, she's like, oh, give me the negatives. And obviously 10 years ago we had digital cameras, but we also had those cameras with the negatives and everything. So it's kind of interesting. Like nowadays you won't think like you won't even like, no one is going to ask you for the negatives of like camera, like a camera photo. No one's going to be like, oh, where are the negatives? I don't think anyone is going to do that. Everything's digital nowadays, and obviously you have your smartphones. So yeah, it's crazy. Like, when she said that, oh, where are the negatives? I was like, wait a minute, negatives? And then I was like, oh yeah, like, this came out 10 years ago. And I forgot that. And that also kind of gives, like, shows us how nice the animation and the visuals are, because this came out 10 years ago. Like, this is impressive. The animations, the visuals, and everything is really impressive. Like, there's so many shows nowadays that don't even have this amount of animation, you know. Obviously there are shows that are way better animated, but this, even though this was 10 years ago, it's still really good. You can see the animation still kind of holding its place, and you won't even be able to realize that it came out 10 years ago. If someone who doesn't watch anime, if you suddenly tell them, like, oh, like, look at this, like, this episode, and tell me, when do you think this was animated, they'll probably be like, oh, maybe like 6 months ago, or maybe like a year ago. They won't like, even guess that, oh, this came out 10 years ago. It's that good, like, really good. Kyoan is the one who did this, didn't it? I think, wait a minute, let me check. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this Kyoan is the one who did this. Yeah, Kyoto Animation, there you go, KyoAni. So yeah, obviously makes sense. Like, KyoAni's stuff are just amazing. So there you go. So that is it. That is my reaction to episode number 4 of K-On! So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed, and comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, and I'll check them out. And that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of K-On! Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.